And we are back with another episode of Finding Value Fantasy, hopping into another BBM draft. And should be an absolute blast as per usual. We're going to hop in. Going to probably get a few more entries in BBM before the buzzer beats for this contest. Should be a ton of fun. Almost done with my entries. I'll probably do like 10, maybe 5-10 more. I'll probably try to stream a good chunk of those, but we'll see. We'll see what we end up getting into. But it's been a ton of fun so far. Eliminators, honestly, has been like my favorite little wrinkle they've done. But I do really enjoy the weekly winners format, and I'm going to be jumping into those too. So you'll see me drafting some of those here in the next coming weeks. But it's super, super fun. I really much enjoy the draft landscape and everything like that. So, all right, I'll throw this on. Let's do this one. But yeah, draft landscape this year has been super crazy. Lots of changes. Nothing crazy. Like no one moving up 100 picks or anything. But there's been like a steady amount of change, where it's been like dynamic and it's been enjoyable all season long. So that's been an absolute blast to kind of explore these rooms and the way they change with the day or with the week or whatever it ends up being. So it's been an absolute blast drafting this summer, and we're winding up. A little over a week left, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. It's been a good time, and not to get sentimental, but I do really enjoy this time of the year. It's my favorite. I'm sure many people have that same feeling, just because fantasy football is around the corner. It's just such a fun time, and so I really enjoy it. And I'm here to stay with it, and I'll be sticking around all summer long and all year long, just trying to get some content out there. Whether it's as frequent as over the summer, I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna try to make sure I do a weekly show, and then kind of build on that. So it's been a good time. But yeah, weekly winners will be my next attack coming up, and then I'll probably finish up some DK drafts and some drafters drafts. But top priority is probably just finishing up my weekly winners. Like I probably want to do like at least 10 more weekly winners before it stops, just to have like a weekly, maybe 20 entries in there. That'd be kind of fun. So we'll see. We will see. Has a slight chance of overlay, not 100% sure, but we'll see. Either way, I still want to get more entries in because I feel like it's a fun contest, and I think people are drafting maybe a little too safe, given the fact you have to finish like top, 1%, almost less than 1%. So I feel like it's kind of useful. It's pretty interesting that Kelsey went 2 here in this room. It's pretty much the only thing that's been off the rails so far. All right. Jonathan Taylor staying on the Colts, but he is going to start the season on the PUP. Don't really know how that's going to affect things. I don't even know how much he's going to play this year. For me, he's just a huge avoid. In best ball, he's not really a full avoid, but at an extreme discount, I'd take him. But I'm not dying to have him on my team. And because if he gets traded, obviously he'll play. But like he could literally just play like a game or two, or stay on the PUP and accrue a season on the Colts and just not be traded till next year. It's very, very honestly just alarming about what the possibilities of what could happen. So all right, let's see who we can get here. Probably have 0 JT. Good decision. It's turning out to be a good decision. I honestly don't have much. Not even in this contest, but I don't have a lot. So I feel good about that. I'm going to grab Adams here with... I might do a pure 0 RB build here. I'm gonna do Amon-Ra and Devontae Adams. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I can't see it helping A-Rich. Yeah, it ultimately probably hurts the whole team. I think I agree with you, Christopher. But whether or not you could say like it helps like solidify the share for A-Rich, I guess. But I think like having Jonathan Taylor on the offense makes everyone better. So I don't really know if that's like, it's not really that useful, So I don't know. It's hard to say. It's very hard to say. See, this whole range is like flat for me. Like I don't have a preference over AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, Devontae, Lamb, Wilson. Like they're all really good, and any of them could separate. Devontae could continue doing what he's doing, dominating. Diggs could dominate again. AJ Brown could go even better than last year. Amon-Ra is going to have a crazy target share. Lamb, I'm starting to get a little worried that offense could be like not as good, but I'm not sure. Or they just their defense might be too good, I guess, realistically. Garrett Wilson, I'm very high on. The vacuum, maybe I could have picked Garrett Wilson and Devontae, but I'm not. I like Amon-Ra a ton, especially early season. He could be really like he could start off like the first 6 weeks on fire. Maybe he slows down a bit, and then continues after that. But not 100% sure on that one. But yeah, I have probably. I have a decent amount of JT, a fair amount of JT. Nothing crazy though. Only drafted to Brandon Cooks. Yeah, he seems like a decent bet. I take a lot of Gallup personally, so I'm kind of betting against Cooks at times, but I don't mind either at all. So. All right, that's fine. I'll leave that alone. All right, so Mahomes goes to McCaffrey owner. We got AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs, Garrett Wilson. That's a fun start. I like that a lot. Chubb, Barkley. So it's like, this is weird. I don't know if you've ever seen a draft board like this. It's like receiver, running back, quarterback, then 3 more. It's very interesting. Double running back, receiver. I wonder how that affects the landscape of this draft. It's kind of funny. This guy named Fantasy Football is fun. Is that what that guy's name is? Yeah, I think I've seen him a few times. This guy got Jalen Hurts, Kelsey. So a lot of very interesting starts. Chase Waddle is super fun. Hill, Devonta Smith, super fun. A couple Olave's one I've gotten a couple times as well. Near 60 between Bijan and McCaffrey. What's your Bijan? What's your like Bijan exposure? I love Bijan. I kind of want to get more. I don't know how much I'm going to get more in terms of like BBM, but also need to update my tool because I do have a couple Josh Allen shares now. I'll mess with that later today. But yeah, this week my focus is getting some more BBM shares in, and I'm going to probably get a good chunk of weekly winners. 34%, that's fun. Especially with like the Jonathan Taylor news, like that's really fun. I really like Bijan's outlook. He could easily just be like the highest scoring. Same with McCaffrey. They could also just like stay where they are, but I don't know. Bijan just you definitely don't want to be underweight Bijan. I feel like I'm like with the field right now, but let's take a look here. I'm 5% in here. Overall, I'm like 8, 7. So not exactly where I want to be, but definitely not bad at all. Let's see here. I wonder if that fixes my audio. I like this one a lot. Let's do this song. This one. Okay. So JT's on the board as expected. It's hard for me not to take room. We'll see. If I could double tap these 2 running backs, I probably will. Okay, I can't. Like I'm dying to take Brees at. I'll take ETN. Really like ETN. This is a range I don't like feel great about. I guess Amari Cooper's fine. I mean, he's still good. Amari Cooper's still really good at football, so I'll take him. I wanted to go as pure 0 RB, but I mean, if the room doesn't fall to you in a way that makes sense, like just don't force it because I just don't want to double tap these guys. DJ Moore's fine, but I know like I could have double tapped Fields, DJ Moore. But I really like ETN in that range too, so it's kind of a tough situation. But that's fine. I think ETN is like your first running back is pretty sweet. I'm 0 in on a set of guys and go all in on the group. Is Cooper hurt? Amari Cooper? I think he's healthy now. Yeah, no concern there, at least right now. He was dealing with something. I remember that like a few weeks ago. Random 20% random different players. Yeah, I've actually last year I was very much more so like a smoothed out exposure guy. I had a couple guys I like took stands on, especially like late in the rounds. But now this year I've like late round guys. I've taken a much bigger like stand on them. Sam Howell, those kind of guys. Like I feel like I took a much bigger stand this year on those type of dudes. So everyone's paying attention. No one is jumping out of their chair to grab Jonathan Taylor. Lots of running back piggies in these rooms. There's Steph Diggs, Wilson, Samuels, pretty sweet. That's a fun start. I would have liked that too. Mike Williams is the first receiver. This guy went 3 as well. Not a bad start. So we started this team out with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Travis Etienne, and Amari Cooper in the 4th round. Definitely a little bit different of a start. One I definitely like having. So I don't have much Devontae Adams, and I'm okay not being like fully overexposed to him, but I want to grab a little bit more just because his upside. Damian Pierce went at pick 44. He's a guy I want to get more of, but at that price, I will not be getting much of him. 44 for Damian Pierce. That is crazy. There's no way I'm taking Brees over Damian Pierce. What's up? Ohana Card Breaks. Welcome. welcome back. We're back in action. Drafted again. I'm going to do some weekly winners later this week. Should be a ton of fun. You have home leagues. I have one that I just drafted on. I got a Dynasty League I drafted on a few months back. And then I got one more home league like I've done since high school that is drafting this weekend. So that's it. I might do one more like money league. I do a couple, but we'll see if I decide to do that this year or not. I'm debating. I'd have to do it like next Monday or something if I do decide to do that, but I don't know. I'm thinking about it still. Aaron Jones off the board. 102 went Kelsey, Hurts, Keenan Allen, Aaron Jones. 101 went Justin Jefferson, Josh Jacobs, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow. Okay. Not too bad. Lots of teams started 3 running backs. What about you? How many home leagues you got, Christopher? All right. Here we go. Back on the clock. That looks fun. Seems good. At home league, 49ers defense go in the 9th. I think we had the exact same thing happen in ours. I grabbed my defense pretty early, but it's because I knew I could get any of the other guys I wanted. Quarterbacks went rounds 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we had a Mahomes 101 in our league, which is pretty funny. But yeah, I loaded up on some sick receivers, and then I'm just gonna have to piece running back together. But I should be pretty strong if like a couple of those running back profiles end up working out. It's PPR, so I got some pass catching upside, guys. Pretty fun league. JT by 53, so that's seems to be the standard of when he's going. Brees Hall at 51. I would have loved to get him there. Solid pick. So Herbert's here. Love taking Herbert. If after ADP, I'm more than happy to do that if he's still here at pick 60. Actually, nope. Sorry about that. Christian Kirk goes. Jerry Jeudy's on the board still. Coming up on the 5-6 turn. We got TJ Hawkinson, Jerry Jeudy, Madison, Godwin, Lawrence top of the board right now. So Herbert did go at 57. Unstacked with a guy with 3 running backs. Probably not the best decision. 53, JT Man, crazy fall. Yeah, I think he's been going around pick 50. I think there's like more like ambiguity to like the situation where he could literally like not play part of the year. So I feel like that adds to the situation a bit, but who knows? I haven't took much Kittle recently. Definitely taking Dotson here. I could go the Dotson Dobbins stuff. Or go Dotson Gabe route. Dotson Godwin, sorry. Those are my options here. Really like Dobbins at this price. I have about 9% Dobbins. I'm going to grab Dobbins here for the 6th round price tag. Too many casuals in the best ball drafts. They just block instead of drafting good teams. Yeah, I had one. I drafted one with against Pat, no champion last year, Pat Crane. And I was just getting sniped left and right. I had Geno. I was 1 pick away from Geno. I had JSN and Lockett and Charbonnet. Stu just picks him, scoops him up right before me. And then it happened again, like a little later with another quarterback. It's just crazy. And I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Do what you want to do with your team. It's your money, your team. Do whatever you want. It's just building, somewhat. Obviously, if you have like 2 Jags, I get sniped on Lawrence or whatever, I'm not worried about it. But it doesn't really. It only hurts both teams ultimately. Like sometimes the sharper the drafter, I mean, obviously sometimes it could be helpful if the drafters aren't as sharp, but a lot of times it just hurts like the whole room. So it's just interesting because obviously we can't build as strong as teams if we can't get them like stacked up correctly. But not that it matters that much. I don't mind having people make some weird decisions. It helps me get a better chance to advance and, maybe get a team through that wouldn't get through otherwise. That creates value sometimes more often than not. People just crafting dumb and taking uncorrelated pieces. Yeah, too much uncorrelated pieces getting drafted. I don't know where Judy will fall to here. I mean, I'll take JSN at 84. I don't think he'll fall to me there. Especially with the good news. Like, he might only miss 2 weeks, which is pretty sweet compared to, like, what was expected. He was expected to miss 5 minimum. Now it might just be, like, 2, maybe 3. So that's pretty good news. Zay Flowers goes at 68. This guy's just reaching across the board for whatever he wants. Gabe Davis goes to the Josh Allen owner. I like this team so far. He's got Josh Allen, Hill, Devonta Smith, Ayuk, Gabe Davis, and Darren Waller. Solid squad there. Wow, he got Ridley at 27. This is nice. He's been scooping up all the value. Pretty good here. Adape. Got T-Law, Kenneth Walker, Brees Hall, Chase, Waddle, Ridley. Love that. Love that a lot. So we were picking at the 12 pick out the 12 spot. So we're going to come up on this 7-8 turn here soon. I don't have a quarterback yet. Don't have a tight end yet. Looks like most teams have grabbed their quarterback. There's only 3-4 teams that don't have it yet. And only a few teams have grabbed their tight end. So there might be a chance a tight end falls back to me at this 7-8 turn, which would be great. I really like Goddard and Pitts at this price. Super palatable. I really like the price of them here. It's very interesting. This like tier of tight end has fallen like all draft season long. Because I feel like Pitts was going at like 50, 60. Now he's at 70. Goddard was going around 60, 70. Now he's at 80. It's just all fallen. Andrews has gone up a bit. Not too much, but he's gone up a bit. And then the rest of them have just gone down. It's just really interesting. Judy goes at 74. Solid. Hurts unstacked. Maybe he would have took Goddard if he was available there. The unfortunate thing is I haven't like gotten any values to fall to me really. I've just been scooping the guys I like, which I'm also okay with, but I've just been no value, like extreme values, unless you like count Amari Cooper, I guess. But no values have really been falling to me here, so. All right. So I know one target I like a ton. I would probably have to wait till I go here at 108. I doubt he'll fall there, but I'm not reaching for him. So if I get him, I get him. If I don't, I don't. Kyle Pitts goes at 78, unfortunately. So we're live for JSN here. Definitely live for JSN. Hollywood Brown, Quentin Johnson's here. DeAndre Swift, I like a ton. Jason goes at 80, unfortunately. Feel good where I'm at. Might do 2 more. How many? I guess you have to share that. How many like drafts have you done throughout the summer total? I've done a crap ton. Fire up some DK drip, $3 a few. Got the second pick rolling right now. Good luck. Good luck. Enjoy that Jamar Chase share. Make some good of it. That Andrews and Lamar at the 2-3 turn. All right, David Montgomery goes off the board. I mean, these runs have been like fine, but like they've been pretty difficult to navigate. I'm like honestly, these runs have been very difficult to navigate. At least the ones I've encountered recently. It's been no joke. No joke. I would have took Cooks there for sure. Dang. Well, I can afford this. And then I'll grab Sutton as well. So I'm going to grab Sutton and QJ. I got 6 receivers that are pretty strong right now. I'm live for the Howell stack. Can I get Lamar from 3-4? No, definitely not. And you're on the other side of the board. 128, only do 4 of the side contest. Okay. Mainly BBM in the early boards. Yeah, big board is smart to do a lot of big boards. That's the best time. I feel like that's the best. I don't know if it's the best edge, but I mean, you could benefit from like craziness throughout the season. I did less BBM this year, and I probably will stay that way. I might do a little bit more BBM. I did much less than I did last year, and I did a ton more on the other sites. and then I like focused on like saving to get the higher stake contest on Underdog. So I did some of the $50 and the $75 ones. So I feel good about that. I probably will like lean that direction going forward. Obviously, I'll do a ton of the playoff drafts and stuff like that, and some small stakes. But I did a good amount of puppies and other stuff, but I didn't like do as much. Like sometimes I would get like 50 into the puppies. I did not do that this year. I felt like I wanted to like allocate more towards like the bigger stuff that had a better chance of winning, even if it was more expensive. I feel like that is just better for my play style and overall like chances. So I do go with the early stuff usually. What's your what ownerships are you liking a lot in that early stuff? I like my tight end exposure in the early stuff. I only did like 15 drafts, but early. But I really like my exposures to the tight end position. Those were some really, really good tournaments. I wish they would have done more of those like rookie sophomores. That was like one of my favorites. They only did one, and it was open very shortly. And I also did the Undercat. That was a super fun tournament. My teams are kind of bad in that. That was like I think that was an April Fool's tournament. So quite a while ago. Khalil Herbert goes at 92. Alvin Kamara at 91. Rashad White at 90. If you aren't keeping up here, Jonathan Taylor was not traded today. He ended up he's going to start the season on the pup with an ankle/back injury. So he's going to miss 4 weeks of the season, and then who knows what happens after that. So a lot of concern for his outlook this season. So he did go at pick 53. He's falling big time, which is very interesting for all the drafters. I drafted him a few times in BBM throughout the season. I drafted him in many teams. So not my highest exposed guy, but someone I did take a good amount of throughout the season. So it'll be interesting to see where he settles and how much that impacts things, because I think most people got Jonathan Taylor at around pick 25 to 30. And then before that, it was like from 15 to 30. So, all right. Dak Prescott's still here. I don't mind back stacking Dak. Pun not intended. I always like doing the Jones stack late. Should definitely be a 2-6-8-2 depending on what I get. Some people as now, but not. Some people, same people as now, but a lot cheaper prices. Like my Thomas 120, good amount of Purdy. Yeah, there's some pretty crazy prices. I remember just like the Ayuk price, the Gabe Davis price, all those guys went up a bunch. Marvin Mims was undrafted, right at the end of the draft. So that was probably a good one to take more of. All right, we'll see what this room does. I wonder. I mean, I have my dream scenario here. I don't really see it happening. So I'm just hoping I get something that I like. I really like having ETN Dobbins as like my anchors, but I do need to figure out my situation where I find these guys I like a lot. I love Njoku. I like Freiermuth a ton. Don't hate Kincaid. He's fine. Pirine's good. A few other running backs I like. I could obviously do like the 3-6, 3-6-6-3 or 3-5-7-3, something like that. Depends what quarterbacks are available. So Daniel Jones goes at Josh Allen owner. Brian Robinson's off the board. Can't really. This is the thing about like you can't backstack Cousins. You can't backstack Geno. I mean, you can kind of. You got to think about like who you can actually backstack, and there's not a lot. Like Goff's fine. I like Goff here a ton. You can get the Laporta, Amon Ross set up. If I get that at a good price, I'll do it. I was on Saints and Chargers since the schedules came out. Got the same prices as Carr and Herbert. That's good. That is good, Christopher. Chargers are a fun team. I take them a lot. 18th round Carr. He was going in the 18th round. Jesus. I really like betting on the Chargers, though. They're a good candidate to bounce back this year. All right, got Jalen Warren here. I think I want to attack that like 150 range at running back. I think it's just so many players I like in that range that I shouldn't really be too picky. This Roshan stuff, like I love Roshan in that range. Like it's such a fun range of the draft. Oh, come on, man. All right. I'm just gonna keep pushing quarterback because there's really nothing here that's like even remotely interesting. So grab Firemuth, back on my bullshit, and I will grab grab another Penny share. I know he's been falling a bit, but seems like a good price to pay for Penny. He's clearly not getting cut, and he could be awesome. So I like. There's a ton of those. These Eagles guys are going to be fun to watch this year. Gibbs was in the 7th for a little while. Yeah, that's the guy I missed out on big time. Even in BBM, I missed out on Gibbs. I wanted more of him in the big board. I think I got like 1 or 2 shares, but I wanted him. I wanted him in BBM at the round 4 price, round 5 price. I just could never get him. I should have reached more for him probably, but I literally could never get him. I wonder if this is the new Mims price, 112 in the 110s. I suppose it's possible. This guy's got 5 running backs. So lots of balanced builder bros. I feel good about my receivers. Probably go 1 more. Running backs are pretty solid as well. All right. Chain seems like he's in a good place now. All those Miami guys look really good. Oster's at 140. Chain's at 130. I still prefer the bet on a Chain, given like his outlook. So we're live for the Howell stack, the Jimmy G stack, the Goff stack, Pickett. So there's a few interesting options. Nothing I'm dying to get on my team, but there's definitely a good amount of options here. So Jake Ferguson's down here. So at this point, I could take Goff next pick if he's still there, and then maybe take a shot on the running back or grab Laporta. And then I'll be looking at like a Gallup and Ferguson situation on the next pick around for the week 17 correlation, of course. JSN practices today. That's sick. Hope everyone joined their JSN dip. I don't know how much he's gonna dip now. He still might. I mean, his price might be suppressed a little bit, but I'm gonna try to get some more JSN before he propels back up. Even if there might not be time for that to happen at this point. So yeah, Gibbs price was crazy, dude, for like that little couple week period. That's just insane, honestly. And his price is like almost too high now, it feels like. So yeah, he's a tough one. He's a tough one for sure. A good team to get one of these indie running backs to go with my Devontae Adams bet. I guess I can grab like a Downs. I was really hoping to get A-Rich because that was like my favorite pair to go with Devontae, but that didn't work out. And also Goff isn't going to work out either. So we're just holding the bag right now. We have outs though. It's just getting less and less interesting. Okay. Could grab Russ. Don't hate that. I'm going to go with the chain. Keep working on my chain ownership. And I think I'm going to grab Russ. Doesn't feel great, but I think it's fine at this price. I mean, I like Laporta a ton too, but I just don't see the reason why I need to grab him. Grab him, Russ. So I got my first quarterback. I'm probably going to go 3 quarterback build here, starting with Russ, and then I'll get a couple other guys later. Pickett's definitely an option. My Freiermuth bet. Getting into my range of running backs that I really like. Just absolutely love Kendre, love Tajay, love Roshan. Roshan has been going up a bunch. I'm glad I packed my bags on him a little bit earlier. How much Roshan do I have? 50% overall. So not bad at all. Miller exposure, I got much higher, unfortunately. 135 average. That's kind of brutal, but I think he's just good. So I'm happy. Like any price I took in him, I'm pretty happy about. Be a good Greg Dulcich team. All right, we'll see what we get here. All right. So through 12 rounds, we are at Russell Wilson at quarterback. Running back, we have Etienne, J.K. Dobbins, Rashad Penny, Devon Achane, and then receiver, we have Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, Jahan Dotson, Quentin Johnson, and Cortland Sutton with Pratt Freiermuth as our tight end. Not bad. Another late quarterback build. I don't force the early quarterbacks if I can't get them, and I feel fine about that. But it's nice to get them at least like stacked through if I'm going to do this kind of thing. And it seems like I'll be able to. Like I could stack with Pickett. I could stack with Jimmy G, which not my favorite person to stack with, but Jimmy G, Howell. So there's a few options. Got a lot of Mostert Wilson stacks early, but haven't drafted them since June. I mean, I don't think it's bad to draft them now, but if you got better prices, that's always good. But I think it's like at this point, like you could just keep drafting them. I feel like there's good bets. The whole running back backfield is like nice to target, in my opinion. That's just me, though. I don't really know. Kenneth Gainwell off the board. I would feel good about your Mingo bags, though. I know you take a lot of Mingo, so that's. I think I mentioned that before, though. I'd be pretty happy if I was you. So I don't know if I'll get the running backs I want. I'm just gonna push quarterback further down the road. So obviously Devontae Adams or Jimmy should be there no matter what. Greg Dulcich is obviously an option. I might see if he falls further. I'm not going to force him. If he's not there, he's not there. I mean, there's really nothing else you can take. I'm not taking Adam Troutman. I might reach and grab Dulcich. Still cheaper than when I've been getting him. I got him at 130 most of my picks. It's flying by with Mingo, but they still could be really bad. It scares me. Yeah, I mean, at this point, he should have a role. If he's bad, he's bad. If he's good, he's good. That's really where you're at this point, I think. I mean, I have one Detroit bet, so I don't need to have Dallas on the bring back that badly. It's fine. I really like going with one of these running backs. I don't have anyone to stack with Purdy because I didn't get Kittle earlier. So I'm not going to force that either. Tempted to grab Kendre. So I'm going to grabbing Dulcich, stack with my Russ. And then I'm either going to I'm probably going to grab one of these running backs. Mingo's also there too. He's pretty tempting. And a fun range of the draft. So punt tight end down further. So if you get double tap, the Jimmy Mayer double tap would be pretty easy. It's tough to say. I'll grab my Great Dulcich share. Let's just go back on my bullshit and grab Sam Howell, man. It's whatever. Why not? Sam Howell's honestly my favorite pick in the draft, and I took him like later than this, but I don't like if you're really confident on a player, you don't have to not take them if they're going up in price, or otherwise like you might end up with like 8% of them only when you could have 20 and they still smash their ADP. So like how could like sneaky be like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say elite by any means, but you could sneakily be like a 30 rushing yard a game, 250 and 2 type of guy, and that's like super valuable this late in draft. So that's why I like him. Trey Palmer starting is another one I've looked into. Good preseason bets so far. Yeah, I have a couple Trey Palmer bets. I didn't. I think that's probably the right take, is to go like pretty heavy into your conviction based bets early, and then go from there. I might miss out on the running backs I really like, which sucks. I don't think I'm gonna get Kendre or Tajay here, which is unfortunate. But I mean, I have a good baseline. A chain is our upside bet. Dobbins, ETN might be the workhorses from day one. Penny, should mix in on a very high, percentage like success running team. Got the bet on Russ taking a leap. So time to pack your bags. Yeah, I gotta keep packing. McLaurin is killing Howell's upside though. No, I mean I don't think McLaurin's gonna be gone that long. I think he could still sling it either way. He has a decent tight end that should be could be emerging. They got Dotson. They have two really strong running backs that can both seemingly catch the ball. They have Samuel, who's a solid pass catcher that should get worked in, like easy touches to them. Obviously, McLaurin makes his offense way better, and he's a great receiver. But I just don't think he's like, if he's out for the whole season, that definitely matters a lot. But the way I see it, he's probably gone for a couple weeks, like if at all. Because last I seen, he's obviously in danger of missing week 1, and it could linger, but he'll be on the field quickly. So as long as that's the case, I'm not really worried about it at all, personally. As long as he's on the field quickly, right? So needs to get on the field quick though. So I get a little worried. I think Dotson's a really good receiver too. I think McLaurin's probably just a bit better than him right now, but I think Dotson's maybe underrated. I think he's been like lower than he should be ADP wise for a while. So I'm probably grabbing one more tight end. A lot of Howell in Superflex. Yeah, I wish I took a little bit more swings at him in Superflex, but I have a good bet. For sure. Great pick in Superflex too, especially because all the quarterbacks go a lot faster, and you're taking like a guy that could be the starter who's like very suppressed in price. So I like him a ton in those Superflex contests. we got Cortland Sutton, Quentin Johnson, Dotson, Cooper, Adams. So we only need one receiver, if that. I could probably stop at 6, but QJ early season isn't going to be that great. So 7's probably ideal. But I mean, you could stop at 6, right? I mean, he used a lot of capital. The question here is what running backs I want to take. Is it worth double tapping like Hole and is that stupid though? Is it stupid to just double tap Dion and Hole, or is it like kind of sharp? They both kind of roll out of the gate, but maybe they pick up a running back. And so I don't know if it's really worth doing that. I like Ty Chandler bet too. Seems like a good one. Oh, Drum Ford's back. Drum Ford is the pick for sure. Drum Ford's back in practice. I just forgot about that. He's the clear number 2. Chuba's obviously super fun too. So maybe I just double tap them. That's probably where I'm going here. There's no receiver I'm dying to get. So I'm going to go ahead and double tap my... I mean, I could get Deion Jackson over one of these guys, right? I love Chuba. Justice Hill, predicting against the pass work. It's looking good. It's such a hard decision. Like Hole's a better like runner though. I'm just gonna grab Chuba. The answer could be neither of them. This is probably not the best opportunity to take them, but like the answer could literally be neither of them being useful. I mean, obviously they're gonna get touches, but like they might sign someone. Maybe they don't. I don't know what their plan is. The Colts are kind of weird, so I'm fine to just do this. And if Hole's back on the next one, I might grab him. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I'll still be taking them, though. Don't get me wrong. I like these two probably marginally more. Chuba's the clear number 2. Ford's the clear number 2. This guy's either the 2 or the 3. They might add another person, but one of them is going to be the 1 for this. Yeah, so it's kind of a hard bet. But hopefully one of them falls here on the way back. So I'll probably grab the other one, depending on who it is. Already regretting not taking any Justice Hill. Do you think it's a Justice Hill? We got a Ravens fan in the chat. At least I think so. I don't know if he thinks that Gus Edwards is going to be the guy, Justice Hill's going to be the guy, or they might kind of like interchange. I mean, there's a chance that Dobbins isn't good or isn't healthy, whatever, and then it's the other two, or Justice Hill just plays regardless, and Gus Edwards plays regardless. So, not really sure what that ends up looking like. So I got 2 picks left. 2 picks left. I think I might just fire with Dulcich. I might just ride with it. Kind of in a tough spot here. All right, well, I have enough at running back at this point. I think this is honestly just a luxury pick, which is kind of surprising. Like, I could use another tight end. I don't need one. I could use another quarterback. I don't need one. Well, I think I need another quarterback regardless. I could squeeze the tight end if I don't want it. But I think I definitely need another tight end or quarterback. Options are dwindling. So fingers crossed I get the guy I want. It's a pretty clear bet. Now I wish I took it. Damn. Dang it. No, I wish I could have picked one of them. I feel like this is the time to take them. I just don't know. I got too scared of like who I wanted to pick. That was stupid. I should have just picked like Deion Jackson and called it good. It's okay. Not the end of the world. If that kills me, not having a bring back from my Indy stack or my Vegas stack, I don't know. If anyone was going to find a way, it'd be Monk, and so there's a chance he could be utilized. He's been chilling for like 3 years, been very good. I am a Baltimore backfield best in the league. Okay. Depth wise, they definitely could be. I think that's fair to say. They have a ton of depth. Hill looks bigger and faster. Hill's looked pretty good. In the preseason, he looked good too. So, I mean, did we even see Gus in the did Gus even play the preseason? I don't even know if he did or not. I don't remember. Marcus Qualloway waived. Wow. Was I about to pick him? I was just looking at him. I was like, oh, I wonder. Oh, he got waived. Wow. Crazy. So that makes me think that they're even more confident in Mims, or maybe they're trading for someone. That'd be interesting. Always good seeing like what a Ravens fan thinks though in that perspective. Because I mean, they're all pretty solid. Like Gus has shown he's always been every time Gus has played, he's always been solid. Justice Hill has shown he's like a solid running back too, and Dobbins has shown like a lot of flashes of being like pretty damn good. So, it's hard to say. Damn it, bro. This is brutal. Not as much correlation as I would prefer on this squad, but hey, it's okay. I think I'm just going to do this to finish my team. I think I need another quarterback because I don't think flying with these two is good. Maybe if they both make a bump. I mean, if you want to draft like you're right. Yeah, screw it. We're doing it. We're riding with them. We're riding with it, man. We're riding with it. Just gonna quote unquote draft like I'm right and just do it, man. All right. Definitely a little more thin than I would like. I'll get my revenge at some point here, but I guess make the case for this team. Gonna go ahead and Mims is a great value. Yeah, he's so high up now. So I'll go ahead and recap the squad for the audio listeners. So we went Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Travis Etienne. Go ahead and stop this music here so I can go back again. So Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Travis Etienne, Amari Cooper, Jahan Dotson, J.K. Dobbins, Quentin Johnson, Cortland Sutton, Pat Freiermuth, Rashad Penny, Devon Chain, Russell Wilson, Greg Dulcich, Sam Howell, Jerome Ford, Chuba Hubbard, Deion Jackson, Wan'Dale Robinson. So definitely a little bit interesting, a little thin at my tight end and quarterback that I would like. But I think it makes sense. Probably like in a perfect world, I would have got up another quarterback, which I was trying to get, Goff or something earlier. But in a perfect world, I feel great at receiver personally. I feel great at running back. Just my quarterback at tight end. Tight end probably arguably the least important position, and I feel like I still built an upside there. Dulce is a second-year player. Could take a leap. Could be better this year. Obviously, his role isn't fully solidified as much as they would like, but if Judy misses a week or two, he should definitely show flashes, and I think he's just better than Troutman. So hopefully, at some point, he'll pass him up. And I think Pat Freiermuth is just like honestly mispriced. I think he's a great tight end. I think he's very safe. I feel like he's like marginally better than Evan Ingram. Maybe he doesn't have a weak upside as much as Evan Ingram does, but I think he's better than him as a player. And Pickett could obviously take a leap. Got Russell Wilson betting on that team to be better with Sean Payton. Sam Howell is just a dart throw, but has a ton of upside as is, and could work out. So like the squad, not bad. Definitely is live. Yeah, more thin than I would like, but I feel like leaning into the uncertainty a little more was worth it to grab the extra dart throw on Deion Jackson and the extra dart throw on Wandale, given the information we have. And I think if I would have gotten the Jimmy Mayer stack clean, I would have just done that, but it just didn't make sense for me to. It didn't seem worth it to grab Baker and Otten at the end of my team, because that's kind of what I was looking at. It just didn't seem worth it. Yeah, I love Mims. I'm probably done drafting him for the season, though, maybe on DK or something, but we'll see. We'll see. So, anyways, we'll be back tomorrow. I think I have a plan to do a podcast / recording with my buddy TVP. We should do like a bold predictions. Hopefully, if we don't get that out, we may do something else later on, but we'll do something every week, most likely. And then this weekend, I'm going to be jumping into weekly winners Friday, Saturday. One of those 2 days, I'll be jumping in weekly winners pretty heavily. Probably do maybe a marathon with like 2 or 3 in one draft. Not sure, or not one stream. And then I'll probably do a DK draft and another couple BBMs next week or this weekend. So going to probably load up the streams this weekend. Maybe do one more drafter stream before it's done. But yeah, going to just keep loading up, having a great time on Underdog. All these platforms have been super fun. The competition's great. Obviously love Underdog the most, but just trying out new things is always good and kind of good for the ecosystem right now. So either way, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate it, Christopher. Going to have a lot of content, man. I'm going to see you around. I'm sure I'll see you in Spags streams, stuff like that. Keep up the support, man. I appreciate you hanging out as always, man. I really do appreciate it. Makes these streams just better and more enjoyable for me, even though I enjoy it regardless. It's nice to have people here hanging out. And yeah, thanks a lot. Ohana Card Breaks. Christopher, thanks for hanging out. If you guys are new, make sure you subscribe and leave a comment if you are interested in, have any questions, want any advice, anything like that. Appreciate it a lot. So, yep, have a good night, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.